Alright, hey, so what is up, guys? This is Mike over at Samurai Geek Design, Screaming Samurai Studio. Also reporting for the Geek Vengers. Just about anyone else who is anyway, enough of that. This is what I've got so far for the Buck Rogers Thunderfighter. I've spent the last hour watching Buck Rogers, the pilot episode, and I have to say that I am not going to get that hour back, ever. But needless to say, the trying to go off the episode, you really don't get a lot of good reference, especially down on the bottom side. There are some pictures of the studio model online, of course, of all the top side and front side views, but nothing, of course, that shows anything in detail on the bottom. So it's going to be time for some embellishment. So this is where I'm at again right now. I have put a second coat of the color that I mixed up. Everyone kind of suggested the original color that I had on here was more of like just a yellow. I mean, it looked like icing on a cake. So, or it even looked like pancake batter. But so anyway, that wasn't correct from what I'm told now. So I went with a kind of pseudo camo gray here. So this is a little bit of sky gray mixed with the same yellow that I had on this before. A little bit of white and a whole bunch of metal medium to kind of give it a little bit of an iridescence here. You're not going to see it until maybe tomorrow after I get this thing buffed out. But you can see a little bit of it right there. It just gives it a little bit of a shine. So anything that I put on here afterwards, granted I do not put the same medium in there, is going to be a little offset from the rest of it. So the darker gray panels that I'm going to do tomorrow will be a little duller than the rest of the hull. So with any luck, it's gonna look cool, I hope. That's the goal. So I've got a little bit of gray, I've got some white to put in here, like on the tip of the, what is this, the canopy. Also some white details going right here, along the back side here, along this edge here. It's going to get white. It's all going to get masked off, so it's going to be fun. But again, this is where I'm at on my first commission build. I have not heard back from the owner of this model kit since I talked to him. I don't know if I offended him, but the dude, anyway. I just haven't heard back from Jerry. Jerry, if you're out there, just contact me. You've sent me some really cool pictures of your stash already. Your model kits, not anyway. But the intent is to give this back to you. So I hope you're still out there. Also, I hope you can live with these gun barrels. They are a little bit big, as you can see, but anyway, a little bit of embellishment. I hope I can kind of hide them with the weathering and the detail paint. So we'll see how it goes. But regardless, this is where I'm at again on the Buck Rogers Thunderfighter. I'm just under 5 minutes on this video, but I'm going to keep it short. I just again wanted to make sure that I got the base coat nice and even before you could see the undercoat kind of popping through on the left side, this side, stage right. But I think I've got it. I think I'm at a cool stage of this. Panel lines are looking nice, which is something that I guess I do miss out on when I use the spray cans, because that I don't have any control over the coverage. So when I get this thing masked off tomorrow, I'm going to do one more short video. I'm going to talk about using the airbrush, because I am not a master at it. I haven't used an airbrush for a very long time, but I do have my hands on my son Andrew's airbrush at the moment. I don't use it as a double action airbrush. I'm used to a single action. So again, my knowledge for this is rudimentary at best, but I will show off some of the techniques that I have for getting a nice even coat. One of the things I will talk about is, if you're going to start something like a base coat, and you need something nice and even, never start in the middle with your, when you spray down. Always start off the model and continue to move along your model here in a straight line. Just start off, continue along. Do not hesitate. Do not pull one of these bits where you're kind of going, you stop, and then continue on. That kind of, as you're moving along, that creates what you call a hot spot. If you're moving along and you stop, that button continues to shoot out paint until you continue to move along again. So you'll end up with, again, what I call a hot spot in your paint finish, and that is when you can look at it in the light and you will see a spot that is probably going to be a lot shinier than the rest of the base coat, because you've got a heavier shot of paint right there, and it could lead to a run depending on how you've mixed your paint. So again, that's all I can really offer as far as doing any kind of tutorial, is just how to keep your wrist and your arm moving along until you get to the opposite end of the model. You don't want to stop in the middle unless it's something that you have masked off. But anyway, more on that later. I don't want to ramble on. Hopefully I'll have another video up before the end of the weekend. Till then, guys, you have a good one. Stay safe. Have fun. Later.